I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today what I got in store is a pack of Dominaria. I've heard a lot of really cool things about this set, and excited to check it out and open it up with you guys and see what's inside. Cool. Gather your legendary team. So I know they brought back legendaries for this set. The last time they had like a lot of legendaries that I can remember. It's probably like Kamigawa or something like that. I really liked that block. A lot of people didn't, but I really liked it. It was when I was a kid. I remember getting it at the store, and I had fun. And samurais were one of my favorite creature type to use, and I actually made a samurai deck before. 2018 Wizard of the Coast, PO Box, blah blah blah. 15 card pack. Cool. Got the happy little lion in the corner. Wizard of the Coast. Looks like you got like Karn on the front. It says Dominaria 15 card booster pack. Got the 25 kind of symbol in the corner. Looks like Modern Masters, but like the Dominaria symbol set is like a little weird shield, which I'll show you in a little bit. Ages 13 plus, and let's open up and see what's inside. Alright, the actual pack. Looks like there's that one Planeswalker. Kind of looks like Kanye West or something. Kind of weird. Dominaria 15 card booster pack. 13 plus. Magic the Gathering. Not too much interesting stuff on here. No. Alright, let's open it and see what's inside. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's finally starting to get summer out there, which is really nice, and excited to go walk around and see a bunch of cool parks and museums. This is Sierra Disciple. It is a 1 and a white. It is a 1/1 creature. It is a bird clerk. It has flying and first strike, and whenever you cast a historic spell, Sierra Disciple gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. Okay, that's cool. So it lets you know what the historic ones are. So if you cast an artifact, a legendary, or a saga are those like full, kind of like those full cards that say like every turn put like a counter on, then it does something, then the next turn, then the third turn, then sacrifice it. Those are pretty cool. Hopefully we'll get one in here. And you got like this bird guy flying in the sky. Beautiful clouds in the background. Got some like towers poking up through the clouds. Really like the angle. And he's just flying with his fist clenched around this like giant magical like weapon thing. Crazy looking hook at the end. Looks like he's got some sort of like note in him. He's got to get the note to somebody. Got his healing potion on the side. Crazy bird wings, and he's just flying in the sky. Like the lighting. Beautiful. This is drawn by Victor Anime Minguez. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Cool. And it's just a 1/1 creature with flying and first strike. Awesome. And I kind of like how there's this like line there to separate like the card text from the flavor text, which is new. Really like it. Tolarian Scholar. This card is funny. 2 and a blue. And it looks like he's reading a book and doing something, touching on his little touchscreen right there. He's got his like robes on. This one looks like it's integrated between like an actual picture and CGI, which is interesting. I mean, it's cool to see artists do that, but I really miss the old art on Magic cards. I really do. But this is probably easier to produce. I could be completely wrong, but I really miss the old art. But still, very talented, very cool. Really nice lighting. Got some dark here on the sides and the light here, so you kind of see right away his face. He's got like a little smile on his face. He's holding up the book. For some reason, the book's on a chain, so it can't leave the room or something. And he's got his little touchpad thing he's touching on or whatever. His little magical circle. He's just sprawled up. It is 2 in the blue. A creature, human wizard. It's a 2/3. The Tolarian Academies embrace a tradition of study and research while disgorging the kind of experience that ruined the original island of Tolaria. Interesting. And this art is by Sarah Winters. Cool. Cool art. It got radiating lightning. Looks like this lightning struck this guy on the horse, and it's just going through all of the guys running around him. Hit him, spread to all of them. Boom. Kind of like chain lightning or something like that. Very interesting. He's got like a warhammer. This poor horse is like, is he melting or something? He's got some weird like texture on his skin, and these like creatures or whatever, they're just like falling. You can see their pain. Very red, this picture. Very dark. Interesting landscape. I wonder where they are. And it just looks like they're about to just flop over after the lightning hits them. Very bright white and red in there. Very cool. 3 and a red instant. Radiant and lightning deals 3 damage to target player and 1 damage to each creature that player controls. So they've got a bunch of creatures out, or you just want to do 3 damage to the opponent, 3 damage to the opponent, and 1 damage to all their creatures. It could finish them off, it is an instant, or it could just kill them if they're a bunch of like 1/1 tokens or something like that, 1/1 creatures. As the Cabal legions push into Shiva, they learn not to stand so close together. That's funny, the flavor text is really well with that. If they stand real close, the lightning will jump to them and kill them. Cool. And does some damage. It's kind of expensive for that, but could be cool. Got a black card. Oh, this might be cool. Divest. I do want to make a discard deck, and I'm planning on doing that, and I'm going to make a video of it soon. It is 1 black. Sorcery. Target player reveals his or her hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it. That player discards that card. Awesome. I kind of like these. You can't get a planeswalker, or you can't get like an enchantment or like instant or sorcery or anything like that, but you can get a creature or artifact, so it is pretty cool. And this might be going in my discard deck. I have to see. I'm still putting it together. Fitter sprites. Collect unusually valuable things. Coins of the Fallen Empire. Fallen Empire. So just opened up one of those packs. Baby teeth, gross. And the memories of treasured names. Looks like this little guy's jumped on top of his head. He's got like eyes on top of his head or something, or just like balls. I don't know. This guy's eyes like completely white. Looks like he's just pulling out a memory, something from his brain. He just like flipped open his head and he's like, oh, I'm taking this. You won't remember this. He's got like his fairy wings. Very interesting. So it's kind of like discarding a card. It's going inside your hand or his brain and just reaching in and taking something. So he's looking around in there and he goes, I'm looking for an artifact or creature, and he sees one, plunk it, and take it out. Cool. Very pale looking, creepy looking guy. Crazy looking ears. Very cool art though. Pretty creepy. And this guy won't know what hit him. This is drawn by Jesper Jensing. Cool. Next card I got. Oh, and I am using my playmat today for the background. So it is different, and I hope you guys enjoy it. This is Grow from the Ashes. So it looks like something's growing from like an old artifact or something like that got like burned down or something. It'd be cool if it was actually like a pile of ashes and like a tree was coming out of it instead of just like a metal thing. But still, I kind of understand it. 2 and a green. Sorcery. It has a kicker 2. You may pay an additional 2 as you cast a spell, and it'll be kicked. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. If that spell was kicked, instead search your library for 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. This is a 2 and a green. That is more expensive. If it was like 1 and a green, it would probably come into the battlefield tapped. But since it's 2 and a green, you search your library for a basic land card, you just slap it on the battlefield. And if you kick it for, it would be 4 and a green. You search for 2 basic lands, throw them on the battlefield tapped. Cool. So if you, pretty much, you can get this out for, well, 1 and a green because you put an extra land on, so you can reuse that land. Or if you pay 4, you can pay pretty much 2 and a green because you get 2 additional lands, which is interesting. Cool. The picture's alright. Doesn't make that much sense with the text, but that's cool. Got Richard Wright. He drew it or painted it or whatever medium. Cool though. Like the shading, very dark here. The sun hitting the side of it. See the rust on it. Some weird creature artifact just like died there, like the machine died, and just plants started taking over. Beautiful. It'd be cool to be a bird living in there. Got the water in the background. Beautiful mountains making the V. Lovely clouds. Very cool. And the interesting set symbol looks like some sort of like weird shield or something like that, or weird face. But that's a set for Dominaria. We got Call to Cavalry. Oh, beautiful art. Looks like some really bright sunlight or something like that shining at him. Look at the reflection. Nice metal. These guys are just got their huge swords. Looks like he's got one of those javelin, not javelin, for jousting, a jousting stick. Means he's got to get real close and uncomfortably close to them. He's just got a sword with like some magical gems in it or something like that. The horses have like shields on their faces. That's gonna be real heavy for the horses, especially carrying them and like their armor. 3 and a white. Lovely tree in the background. Beautiful like sunbeams or light or something come from like a pyramid, or either it's the sun. But I don't know if it's the sun because the pyramid or the mountain is in the way of it, so the sun wouldn't shine through. Lovely grass, lovely shading, and these horses and guys are running somewhere. Create Two 2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance. Ah, vigilance. Vigilance is cool, comes onto the battlefield, and they can attack without tapping, so they can block right away. Love it. Benlish citizens born under the same constellation share star clan. Their loyalty to another interlaces with the 7 houses. Interesting, so maybe that's like a star or something like that. There's like interesting cross-lacing in the sky. I don't know if there's like 2 of those things just shining. That's cool. So 3 and a white, create 2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance. So 3 and a white, 2 creatures with vigilance that are 2/2. Cool. And this is drawn by Scott Murphy. The next card I got is Ancient Animus. Looks like this tree guy is coming to life. Looks like Karn or something's there. Some guy from like Fallout. Got his like armor on. 1 in a green. Very interesting. I kind of like how everything's kind of fuzzy. Kind of makes you really look at it to try to get into focus, even though it never will. I really like this kind of style of art. Just like the fuzziness to it makes you want to look at it more to see it focus instead of like really, really clean art. But clean art is beautiful too. All of these arts are really impressive. You can't be wrong on that. You see like the sun behind him, it's like glaring through his eyes or something like that, so he's hollow. And it's like this tree guy came to life. You're just walking in the forest and you turn around and you see this giant tree just coming over you with vines laying off him. And this guy doesn't look good. He's got his arms up. He looks actually scared. And I wouldn't bet too much on him. You better start running. 1 in a green, instant. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. If it's legendary, it fights target creature an opponent controls. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. And this is drawn by Titus Lunter. So it's like a fight card. Give a creature +1/+1. If you do it to a legendary creature or a legendary card or whatever, it gets to fight a creature. So cool. You'd be like, play it on a legendary card. Be like, alright, fight that guy and yeah, do some damage. I really like the art. Got a Power Stone Shard. Very clear crystal. You can see his fingers through it. You got like a big castle in the background. Nice mountain cliff over there. It looks like someone's either building a house down there. You can see the guy there. Or they're like, I don't know, planting something. But it looks like they sectioned off an area and they're going to be building something. Lovely road winding by. Beautiful crystal. Got some like light in it. Some like energy or something like that. Beautiful sky. Lovely greens. Very cool. Nice mountainscape. Huge tower. Huge like castle in the back. 3 generic artifact. It's tap. Add colorless for each artifact you control named Power Stone Shard. Okay, so if you have 1 of these out and you tap it, it's going to make 1. If you have 2 out, you tap both of them, it makes 4. If 3 out, tap both of them, they make 9. And 4 out, tap all of them, it makes a 16. So, interesting. You could really power a lot of mana that way, but you gotta have multiple in your deck. It's really not worth to just have 1. Light passes through the Power Stone, it refracts by eternity and the colored by planar energy. I wonder how the world appears through Urza's eye. Teferi. This is drawn by Lindsay Look. Oh, I'm looking. Very cool. Pretty cool. And I wonder how this does in a deck if you have multiple. Maybe 2, or you probably want more, but I don't know. Maybe at least 2. Interesting. Really cool art. I want to find a crystal like that. Gotta unwind. Is this going to be... Oh my, this is one of those like kind of cards that lets you untap land. Interesting. I mean, Dominaria is a really cool set. Some really cool cards. Pretty powerful cards, which is something Magic needed. Because the last few sets have just been eh. And this one really pulls together, and I'm happy for it. This looks like she's got some sort of like vacuum that's sucking up energy and sucking all this black energy up, and she's like flying in the sky or something like that. Interesting art. Very clean. You can see like every line of her hair. Really clean work. Cool. And I don't know what this is, but looks like some nice vacuum. 2 and a blue, instant. Counter target non-creature spell. Also, it's a non-creature spell, so it just can't be a creature. And untap up to 3 lands. So pay 3 for it, and boom, you can untap 3 lands. Pretty much a free card. Very interesting. Huh, pretty cool. And it is an instant. A problem is only a problem if you don't have a tool to correct it. Thoria. This is drawn by Anna Steinberer. But anyways, interesting, and it's like a free spell. You have to have 3 open mana though. So if you want in the other opponent's turn, you gotta keep 3 open. But pretty much, I'd cast this like on my turn or something, just so you can cast a counter spell, then you can cast like a creature spell after. So it's cool. Costs 3 mana, you don't untap 3 lands. And you could be untapping lands that produce more than 1 mana or something like that. So this could be an interesting card. Unwind. Onto the... Nope. It's hard to tell the uncommons on this. They're a little close. This is a Deathbloom Thaliad. 2 and a black creature fungus. When Deathborn Thaliad dies, create a 1/1 green sprawling creature token. And it's a 3/2. Cool. So it's a 2 and a black, a 3 cost for a 3/2. And when it dies, create a sprawling token. That's pretty cool. Very interesting picture. He's got a mushroom head. Very purple. Really like the purple colors. Interesting. Really like it. Who's this drawn by? Mike Burns. Loved like this, the trees and their warpness to them. Very nice style. The front ground is like, the foreground is kind of darker and the background is really light. And it looks like he's like spewing some sort of like fumes or something like that. Almost looks like he's made out of 2 things, and like this guy's standing on top of his head. Interesting, very purple, it's all dripping, got like the fungus feel. And he's just walking through the swamp. Ooh, really cool art, really like this. So pretty much when this guy dies, this guy falls off of him and creates the 1/1 sprawling creature token. That's what I feel like. Very cool art, really like the card, and it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be cool to make a fungus deck. I got a counterspell, got a wizard's retort. Looks like a force field around the tower, and looks like a lightning bolt's trying to hit it. And this guy's like, not today. Hits him with his force field, protecting the tower. That looks like the tower in, where's that card? Honestly, it looks like this tower. Are they drawn by the same people? They are not. Gregory Riturovsky. Anyways, it's a wizard's retort, 1 and 2 blue, instant. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a wizard, counter target spell. So it's like a counter spell. Well, it is a counter spell, but it's almost as good as counter spell if you have it in a wizard deck. So as long as you have a wizard on the field, you can pay it for just 2 blue. The second mage learned to dissipate the blast of lightning, threats and response, thus did not study the magic progress. Interesting card, and yeah, interesting if you cast a wizard. If you have a wizard on your field, cost only 2 blue. Cool counterspell. Next card I got is a Memorial to Glory. Looks like a statue in some like courtyard or something, like huge. Got some birds around, of course, birds are everywhere. Really beautiful stained glass up there, beautiful stained glass there. Lovely sky. Oh, what is this, like white stuff there? A bunch of birds flying. It's hard to tell. Beautiful detail work, nice angles, really gives it depth. See the shadow of the building over here, hitting him on his legs, standing up. Got golden armor, very gray face. Very cool art. It is a land. Memorial to Glory. Enters the battlefield tapped. It has tap, add plains or white to your mana pool. 3 in a plains. Tap, sacrifice Memorial to Glory. Create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Interesting. So, it's a land. It enters tap, so it is like a slow land. It creates plains, and if you pay 3 in a white or 3 in a plains, sacrifice it. Create 2 white soldier creature tokens. So it can make tokens if you need it. Pretty cool. And this is drawn by James Packy. And the rare I got is Siege Gang Commander, 3 in a red. Only got, oh yeah, the uncommons and rares, like the slots are weird. I got 2 uncommons and then my rare, and then behind this can be like a legendary or something like that. I got a Siege Gang Commander. It's a goblin. It has 3 and 2 red. When Siege Gang Commander enters the battlefield, create 3 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. It is a 2/2. Ready? Fire. 1 in red, sacrifice a goblin. Siege Gang Commander deals 2 damage to any target. So, hits 3 goblins. You can sacrifice 3 of those and do 6 damage if you pay 6 mana. Cool. Interesting. So, he comes into play. He creates 3 other goblins with him. It's alright card. It'd be fun to play in a goblin deck. Looks like, got the goblin balloon brigade up there. Got like the goblin catapulters. And he's got his hammer. He's got some crazy glasses. Wow, this looks like an old goblin card I have with the guy with the glasses. Very similar face. I wonder if it's the same artist. Aaron Miller. Very cool. Interesting catapults, and he's like battling the line. He says, alright, charge. Cool. Next card I got is Whisper Blood Littergeist. 3 in a black, legendary creature, human cleric. It is a 2/2. Sacrifice 2 creatures, return target creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield. Awesome. So you tap him, you sacrifice 2 creatures. It could probably even be him. And return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Simple. Is if you have like a token deck or something, or just creatures you can bring right back. That'd be cool. Very weird, creepy, like big elongated head, some like smoky black stuff. He's got a sword in his hand. He's gonna sacrifice them. They're all like grabbing at him or her. Very creepy, very unsettling, and crazy like red drapes in the background. There's this weird horde of people around him. Unsettling. That's it. This is drawn by Kieran Yanner. Very weird art. Very uneasy. I don't know what to make of that. If you walked in a room and saw that, I'd leave that room. And then the next card I got is a land and a sprawling token. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching my stuff. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. And catch you later.